administration has related to the Panama Canal. But here again, there has been much accusation of my having acted in an unconstitutional manner. And also, there have been
For years, prominent Europeans, including heads of state, had lived in dread of the deadly paid assassin known only as Sean. This was not an unjustified fear. Sean could be held accountable for the premature deaths of almost a dozen such figures. In late January 1903, federal agents learned Sean had secretly entered this country. His mission? To kill the highest official in the land, the president.
I have so acted.
My job, to intercept Sean and destroy him.
What do you got for me?
Just the girl.
I'll need your signature.
Right.
Well, well.
Looky there, will you? Won't the warden be tickled pink when he lays eyes on that little bit?
Here you go. All right, let's go.
It says here you're convicted of embezzling army funds. How did that come about?
I'm afraid it was just one of those awkward situations. You see, my tastes are rather expensive, and since my husband was paymaster...
Mrs. Summers, just so we understand each other, you're about to begin a 2-year prison sentence under my supervision. Now, women prisoners generally have no problem getting an early parole. That's because the parole board is made up of men and they tend to be sympathetic.
That's very encouraging, Warden. I'll certainly make every effort to...
But every parole depends entirely on my recommendation.
It, must take a good deal of willpower not to abuse that kind of influence.
On the contrary, it takes none at all. Take off your jacket.
Pardon me?
I said take off your jacket.
Jonathan!
Mrs. Summers, this is Jessica Wade. She's a supervising trustee of the Woman's Yard. You will discover that she enjoys certain privileges, but you will not. She earns them in a variety of ways.
I can imagine.
I'm sure you can, Mrs. Summers. I'm making the same opportunities available to you.
Warden, may I be frank?
Certainly.
I think you are a swine.
Well, you'll have 2 years to reconsider your opinion.
I'll give you, say a month.
A month?
I'm sure the warden lets you know how a girl can peddle her way out of this place. And I don't mean on a bicycle.
And You think that in a month I'll start doing business with him?
It's either that or you do your time on the slop wagon. After a certain point, even the warden starts to look good to most girls.
Then tell me, when did he start looking good to you?
I said most girls.
Oh, I see. You're different, but I'm not.
Like I said, it's either that or you do your time on the hog run.
Who's that?
Shiloh.
Okay.
What in the name of God did they do to her?
You don't want to know.
But why?
She tried to escape.
You're right about one thing.
Oh?
I don't intend to spend 2 years on the slop wagon. And I don't intend to end up like her. Oh!
What do you think you're doing? I eat alone.
Do you own this side of the table, too?
Find yourself another place. You stink of slop.
Has anyone ever told you what a sweet, outgoing nature you have? Megan.
How do you know my name?
Never mind, that's not important. What is important is the message I have for Sean.
I don't know any Sean.
Oh, Megan.
Oh, you're an ignorant girl to be looking for this Sean in a women's prison.
But that's the point, Megan. When you find him for me, we won't be in prison. And that's why it's worth your while to help me.
You're a raving lunatic. Don't speak of it again.
Megan, I'm going to get out of here. Now listen to me. I know you love Sean. So all you have to decide is whether you want to see him again or whether you want to rot in prison. Well, if you're sure you're not hungry...
You?
Me. Hope I didn't shock you.
Do you know the penalty for stealing food?
I haven't read the rule book yet. Perhaps you can tell me later.
Don't take this the wrong way, but you didn't exactly strike me as the Florence Nightingale type.
Is that so? Well, you weren't my notion of an angel of mercy either. How is she?
Not good.
What is my type then, if not Florence Nightingale?
A spoiled little rich girl, I'd say.
How sweet. And what makes you say that?
The dress you were wearing when they brought you in. Paris cut, if I'm not mistaken. At least $150.
You know your fashions.
Lily was very strict about my education.
Lily?
My mother.
David. Shadow, it's all right. Demas. 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 No. No, it's alone. Lacey? What is Shiloh's last name?
Scott, why?
Well, what do you know?
Demas. You recognize that name? Who is he?
Demas Scott is a very wealthy and very powerful man.
10 o'clock. Lockdown.
I have just one question. Who might be interested in getting a message to Sean?
The Landholders Association.
Then tell me what it is.
I can't. It's for him alone.
I don't know whether to believe you or not. But you're right about one thing. I've rotted in this pigsty too long. How are you going to get out?
Let me worry about that.
Worry. Because I'll be going with you.
Thank you both for helping me. Shiloh, why do you keep trying to escape when you know what's going to happen?
Does it have anything to do with Demas and David? You said those names while you were sick.
David is my son. He's just turned 5. He's with my father-in-law, Demas Scott.
Why?
2 years ago, my husband was killed in a hunting accident. But Demas distorted everything. He claimed I murdered his son. And he owned enough of the town to see me convicted of murder. He took David, and now I realize it's what he wanted all along.
Shiloh, I want to help you get your son back, and it won't be long.
But how?
I can't explain, but everything's going to be all right.
Liz, I don't want to see that girl hurt anymore either, but that was cruel to lie to her about getting her son back.
I wasn't lying. I wouldn't do that to her.
Who are you anyway?
Believe me, I'd tell you if I could. Please trust me.
I have a problem trusting people. Seems that every time I do, I get kicked in the teeth.
Lacey, how would you like to get out of here?
Escape? Didn't you see what happened to Shiloh? Do you want that to happen to you?
And if I told you it meant a full pardon?
Liz, even allowing for the slim possibility that you're not totally insane, you don't even know what I did to get in here.
You didn't kill anybody, did you?
No.
Then there's no problem. I'll take care of everything.
What do you want me to do?
Help me get the gate keys from the warden.
From the warden? Are you crazy? I hear he keeps them in his quarters.
Which is exactly where he wants me, isn't it? All right, he's watching. Make it look good.
What's the matter with you? I told you those buckets had to be dumped before noon.
You can take your bucket.
Oh, yeah?
You didn't have to make it look that good.
Lily always taught me, if you're gonna do a thing, do it right.
Lily is starting to get on my nerves. My.
Come in. You look very, very lovely.
Thank you. May I have a drink?
Why not? We have all night.
surprise.
You certainly are prepared. Warden, would you mind terribly if we went, slowly?
I certainly would, Mrs. Simmons.
Fire! Fire! Look! Bring on fire! Over here!
You wait here. I'll be back. Get the women out. Start a bucket brigade.
Yes, sir! You get women prisoners out here! You get women down here! Come on, sir! Get away! Get more guards from the cantina! We need more buckets.
Oh, my, I'm fetching. Come on, let's get out of here. Wait.
Let's go.
What a surprise. Move away from the gate. Now! Jessica, why not let us go and get me out of your hair? Because I want to be around when Jonas finds out what a fool you've made of him. Well done, Shiloh.
What is this?
She's coming with us.
You're bringing the whole prison to slow us down.
I won't. She's coming, and that's that. Help me.
You're a fool. That's the devil's own backyard out there.
Either we go this way or we go back.
It's about time. I've been sitting in this filthy heat for 2 hours.
Who are you? What the devil are you doing here?
My name is Tobias Singleton. And I've been waiting for you, Warden. Any questions?
I don't care what it says. I'm taking him back.
Lieutenant!
Sir.
Lieutenant, escort the warden and his party back to Yuma immediately.
All right. But I want those women returned to my custody.
You can forget that, Warden. They're mine now.
Yeah.
Liz, you've got to be crazy. We'll never get out of there with our skins.
We will if we get them drunk enough. But you said it yourself. We need money and we need food. And we need to get rid of those prison clothes. And everything we need is right down there. Trust me, I know what I'm doing.
Liz, did you happen to notice how those two are beating on each other down there?
Yes?
Well, men start doing that when they haven't been around women for a while.
Megan?
No, not me. I'm not going down there with you.
Round to your corners, gentlemen, please.
Lacey, do you help me or do I go alone?
I don't want to go back in there. He's killing me.
Round three. Round three.
Women! Look at those women up there!
Smile pretty.
Liz, I don't think they need any encouragement.
Hey, girl. How are you?
Good morning.
Hey, girl. How are you?
Ladies, would you mind telling me just what the hell you think you're doing out here?
Are you in charge here?
I'm the foreman.
Then may we speak privately?
In the tent.
In the
There, lady.
I realize it sounds a little unconventional, but my sister and I are desperate, and circumstances force us to be direct.
Circumstances, huh? Like that outfit your sister's wearing. Looks to me like it come from territorial prison.
Mr. Lee, you are beginning to grasp the situation.
Are you going to send us back?
Not likely. The kind of recreation you're talking about is hard to come by out this way. It damn sure beats boxing.
And the lady here has decided she wants to talk to you.
Well, bring her. Hey, here you go.
Oh, thank you. Oh. Gentlemen, my sister and I would like to propose an auction for this afternoon. The two highest bidders to receive an evening of refined entertainment with each of us in the privacy of their own tents.
Refined entertainment? of course, that this whole thing is basically dishonest.
I'll make sure they get their money back, I promise. And I'd appreciate it if you'd start thinking more positively.
Oh, I'm positive. I'm positive this is the last time I'm going to listen to you.
Gentlemen, shall we get down to business?
Yeah!
Let me introduce my sister, Charity.
Hey!
And my name is Prudence. I don't think last names are particularly relevant anymore. We'll start the bidding with me. The ground rules are simple. Bidding starts at $125. You may consider the sky the limit.
$125. 130. 135.
Now, let's not stop there.
135. 140.
I have 145. Do I hear 150? Now, gentlemen, I know you can dig deeper than that. 155. 165. That's more like it. 165 from the gentleman over here. 170 from the gentleman. 178.
$180.
I have $180 from the gentleman in the front row. Do I hear 190? I'm not sure I like the looks of that man.
What did you expect, the Prince of Wales?
How about 185? Maybe 182?
No. I'm your man. There's your money. Now, let's go.
Yeah, tonight.
Huh?
In your tent. All right, boys. Charity is on the line. So, shall we begin?
Okay, considering the market, why don't we start at 170?
170. 175.
180 over there. 185?
190.
190. Oh, 190 over here. Okay, do I hear anything higher?
$204.12.
The winner.
Hey!
Well, boys, why don't we crack a keg and socialize until sundown?
Come on. Yeah.
It's that one.
Lacey! Why don't you go light the lamp? Stall him. I'll try to help you later.
Come on, Gail.
Oh!
Time's a wasting.
My, what a lovely little place you have here.
Yeah, quit teasing, gal. It's time to pay up.
Oh, dear.
Well, now, here we are.
Yep.
What's your name?
Will. That's my name.
Well, Will, I hope you, didn't misunderstand what my sister meant by entertainment. I'm afraid some of your friends thought we would actually engage in certain intimacies.
It's okay. We don't got to do nothing.
Would you mind repeating that?
I don't even know why I bid. You see, I never... You know.
I can't take your money.
No, it's yours. I bid it fair and square. Besides, I figure you probably need it more than I do.
I'm very grateful, but I just can't.
That was nice.
What did you say your name was?
Will. Will Samuels.
Girl, I'm getting impatient.
I'm just trying to be, seductive.
I don't know what that means, but it sure ain't what I paid for.
Oh, sure you won't have another drink?
I didn't spend 3 months digging just to drink my own whiskey. I'm through drinking.
Bite to eat, maybe.
That's a good one.
Oh, this hook.
Huh?
Oh, just a moment. My sister's very good with hooks. I'll be right back.
You just let me worry about that little old hook.
The lamp. Oh, I'll get it. The dark is so much nicer.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Where you at, girl?
Over here, by the cup. I hope we didn't rush you. And thanks for all the help.
I hate to keep reminding you, but this was your idea.
Well, at least you have the 200.
I gave it back. Well, all right, I'm sorry, so quit looking at me like that.
And what would Mother have to say about that?
I hate to think. I've dreamed of this for over 2 years.
What on earth are you doing? Oh, one thing I've learned over the past few days is I was never going to make it out west in that eastern hairdo.
All right, Delaney Burke, I'm coming after you, so watch out.
And who is Delaney Burke, if you don't mind my asking?
Delaney Burke is a gambler.
What did he do to you?
We were running a table in Tucson. Delaney didn't bother to tell me the wheel was weighted. And when the law closed in, I turned around and he was gone.
Do you know where to find him?
Denver. His friend's there, and if he's not around, they'll know where he is.
Liz, could you at least tell me why you broke Megan out?
She was the reason for the whole escape, wasn't she?
But I just can't explain right now.
Just a moment, please. Shall I wrap these for you, my dear?
My dear, you may burn those for us.
I can't thank you enough. I'm really going to miss you both. Not for a while yet, Shiloh. Lacey's going to Denver. You're going to Flagstaff.
Where are you going?
With Megan. And there's only one stage that goes north. We'll travel together. Oh, I forgot a petticoat. I'll meet you at the depot. Megan arriving Durango Wednesday morning by stage. Have O'Rourke intercept.
Shiloh, you can't go home. You'll be recognized and sent back to prison. If you could just give me a few weeks. Even if you do go back, what can you do if Demas Scott is so powerful? I don't know. But I won't let him turn my son into the same kind of monster he is. But Shiloh, I'll die before I let my David grow up in that house. Shiloh, I'm going with you. Oh, now, Lacey, I can't let you do that. You don't have anything to say about it.
I'm going too. Oh, it's all decided. And besides, I can't wait to see your son.
But what about Megan? I thought she was why you planned the whole escape.
That's been taken care of.
Taken care of?
Well, I couldn't let you two go alone. And besides, about David, I've got an idea.
Another one?
I'll be damned.
Good day, sir.
Good day, ma'am.
Would these be the Demas Scott holdings?
They certainly are, madam. What can I do for you?
Oh, my, the mud. What wretched country. Almost Africa.
My name is Otis Bergen, madam. I'm Mr. Scott's business manager.
Oh, business manager. How pleasant. I'm Mrs. Fay Smyer. My husband is Trevor of Dinwiddie and Smyer. The New York Investment House.
Dinwiddie and,
No. Dinwiddie and Smyer. I'm surprised you haven't heard of them.
Oh, well, I may have. It's just that,
Perhaps I should speak directly with Mr. Scott. I'm really very pressed for time.
If I may say, madam, he's temporarily indisposed.
Not ill, I hope.
Well, not seriously at all. Am I to understand this visit is of a business nature, madam?
Yes, it is.
Well, you and I should be talking about it. For lunch? I assure you, Mrs. Smyer, I have full authority to represent Mr. Scott in all business matters.
That, I gather, is Mr. Scott?
Mm-hmm.
He certainly is a commanding figure of a man. You said I might freshen up.
Yes, right this way, please.
I don't think she realizes how dangerous this is. Look, if anybody can pull this off, Liz can.
Well, I must say I'm impressed with the size of Mr. Scott's operation.
Of course, this represents only 6 months' transactions.
I'd say that's remarkable. It must make his family feel very secure.
Yes, very secure. Tell me, Mrs. Smyer, just how large an investment is your husband's firm considering?
How large? Mr. Bergen, I assure you the figure would numb your mind. Well, thank you so much for your hospitality. And do give my regards to Mr. Scott. My husband will be in touch with you.
It was my pleasure.
Thank you.
McHenry.
Mr. Bergen.
Yes, what is it?
I wouldn't let this lady out of here if I were you.
What do you mean?
She's one of them women I seen with Miss Shiloh when they got off the stage.
Well...
The poor man, he's obviously demented. Why, I've never seen him before in my life. Now, if you'll show me to my horse.
Look, Mrs. Smire, or whoever you are, I think you better come back into my office with me right now. I want guards posted outside tonight, McHenry.
Something's wrong. She should have been back by now. I know I'm back. They'll be watching David. It's going to be all right, Shiloh. We won't leave here without your son. The family cemetery. My husband's buried here. Shiloh, are you all right? Shiloh, just wait here for me.
Up there. The second floor. That's his bedroom.
Do you miss Scott? No, you can't, Shiloh. This is not the way.
He killed my baby.
Just wait here for me, Shiloh. I'll be right back. Just wait here. Hello there. I'm looking for a friend of mine.
Shiloh Scott put you up to this, didn't she?
Actually, we volunteered. Seemed like a good cause.
Well, I don't know what kind of a fantasy she spun for you. But you've got to realize before you go any further, she's an escapee from territorial prison.
What a coincidence, Mr. Bergen. So am I. Now open that door for me, please. I'm really quite desperate.
Lacey. I see you've met Otis.
And the dear man has offered to trade places with you. Where's Shiloh? Liz, David's dead. They found his grave. She's waiting for us outside. Dear God. Shiloh, no!
Careful there, Davy. Don't let her go too fast. She'll derail for sure. Now listen to Grandfather. He knows best. Typhoid took the boy.
It was mercifully quick.
He didn't suffer.
And Demas Scott?
Well, as you can see, the death of the boy quite obviously destroyed his world. I've tried to spare him by keeping the truth a secret.
That was very considerate of you. Although I'm sure it must have been a comfort to have control of the ranch.
Which I still do.
Until Mr. Scott's condition becomes known. Then I should think Shiloh, as sole heir, would take control.
Unfortunately, Mrs. Scott is an escaped convict.
Not if she were granted a new trial, and with Demas Scott in no condition to exert influence.
Oh, enough. You can stop your worrying, Otis. I don't want any part of it.
But Shiloh,
don't you understand? Too much of my life is tied in this house.
Mr. Birkin, I wouldn't mention our visit here tonight. Because if you do, I'll make a point of exposing your little secret upstairs. And now I want to see the inside of Mr. Scott's safe. Oh, please.
I only have a couple of $100 in cash in there, if that's what you want.
Since it does belong to Shiloh and we are running a bit short, we'll take it. Now, why don't you step into the other room, Mr. Birkin?
Liz, what are you doing?
Lacey, please understand. I can't tell you.
Oh, yes, you can. I thought you came with us because of Shiloh. But it was this other thing, whatever it is. You don't really care about Shiloh.
I do care, believe me. I can tell you this much. Demas Scott is a member of a group of powerful Western landholders and mining interests. These men have a plot to disrupt the government.
And you're trying to stop them? All by your little self?
I can't tell you any more than that. But, Lacey, I was worried about Shiloh. And you, too. Would you trust me a little longer? Shiloh, it's time to go. I was just thinking. I don't have any place to go now. Yes, you do. With us. Why don't you go on to the hotel and I'll meet you there later? Excuse me, would you see that our bags are taken care of? Thank you.
Lacey, do you have any idea what she could be involved in? I'm not exactly sure. All I get is you've got to trust me. You've got to trust me. Hey!
Lacey!
Lacey!
Oh, no!
You're really slipping up, Percy. What happened to the old light touch?
A little hungover this morning. You know how that is, Lacey. If I'd known it was you, Lacey, I never would have taken that. I never would have taken that. Honest.
Excuse me. Lacey, who is this man? Why, Percy is a pickpocket.
Howdy, ma'am.
In the old days, Delaney says he was an artist. But I'm afraid he's in his decline. And Percy, speaking of Delaney Burke, I'm looking for him.
Oh, Lacey, I heard about what happened in Tucson. It's a rotten deal. But if I tell you where Delaney is, it'd kill me.
Percy, do you have any idea what I'll do to you if you don't?
A little something for my cough, Mum? It's dangerous to talk now. I think she may be on to me. Now meet me tonight at the old railroad station, 9 sharp. I can tell you more then.
All Percy could tell me was that he's in Copperville. He didn't know what he was up to.
Copperville. Where's Copperville?
It's a mining town north of here. Delaney likes to work mining towns because there's generally a lot of loose money around and not much law.
Lacey, even if you find him, what can you do?
Exactly what Lily would do in the same situation, my dear. Take him for every cent he's got.
Just how do you plan to do that?
Well, after marriage, Lily always favored blackmail.
You know, your mother has a style all her own.
Oh, please. That's what the critics say about her after a performance.
Critics? Lily. Don't tell me your mother's that Lily, the actress.
I'm afraid so.
She's famous.
She ought to be. She tries hard enough. Well, I guess this is where I say goodbye to you two.
Liz, can't we go with her? I can't. I have to meet someone tonight. But, Shiloh, I think it would be best if you did.
I don't suppose you're going to explain that either.
Nope.
Well, I guess we should be getting used to it by now.
I'll be along soon.
It's all right. It's all right.
The girl with Singleton. Who is she?
The one I told you about, Sean. She wanted me to lead her to you.
I'd say she's come close to having her will, wouldn't you?
I'm sorry. I just wanted to be with you.
And I wanted the same. Come, we have traveling to do.
It's association business, all right. But it's all in code. And I'm damned if I can break it.
What can you do?
Obviously, I'll have to get these to a trained cryptographer.
But is there time?
I don't know. But these letters are all we've got. There is a man in Denver. Yes, I can get the stage tonight.
Toby, are we absolutely sure he's the target?
I have no doubt about it. Just hate to think what it would mean if they were to succeed in killing him. Liz, this is so hard to believe. I remember bouncing you on my knee. I remember your first party dress, your coming out. In fact, I had the first dance. Do you remember?
I remember. Now, if I'm not mistaken, you're about to lecture me on how any proper young lady would be home, learning to tat and contemplating her hope chest.
And I'd just be wasting my breath. Liz, you're hopeless. But as your father's oldest friend, I'm instructing you to be careful. Please, please be careful.
I promise.
So, could you help us? We've looked in every gambling den in town.
Well, I do know one feller that meets that description. But a gambler? That's stretching it some.
And let me remind every man in this room of the gospel of St. Matthew. But I say unto you, that whosoever looketh on a woman to lust after her hath already committed adultery with her in his heart.
Delaney.
This is a stern admonition, my friends. But let me assure you, there's...
I'm going to tell this whole town just how much of a preacher you really are.
And you would ruin the greatest setup we've ever had. See that? Do you have any idea who that is?
Of course not.
Lucas Soldier. He started the mines in this town. He owns this town.
I thought you had to be dead to qualify for a statue.
Normally. But Lucas doesn't like to leave anything to chance. Anyway, it won't be long before he'll qualify.
Just tell me what you expect to get out of it. The whole estate?
Oh, let's not get greedy. But Lucas has assured me that I'll be mentioned in his will. Very generously. How about some gin?
And that's all? That's the whole game?
What do you mean?
Well, it's just that you're doing something halfway honest. It's a little hard to adjust to, Delaney.
Lacey, when the old fella crosses over and I salt him away with the proper eulogy, it'll be you and me again. Just like old times. How does San Francisco sound?
Lovely. If you're somewhere else. Darling, once you come into your inheritance, I'm taking half of it, understand? That's payment for time served.
And?
And then, I never want to see you again.
You may just change your mind.
Don't count on it. And for heaven's sakes, Delaney, will you quit drawing seconds? We're not even playing for money.
Well, I've asked around town, and as far as I can make out, Delaney is telling the truth about Lucas Soldier. Actually, everybody seems to be quite relieved he's dying. From all I've heard, he was a mean, greedy old skinflint.
And Delaney, what did they say about him?
A veritable monument of devotion. Apparently, he spends every night by old Lucas's side.
There's got to be something else going on.
Excuse me, room 21, please.
Thank you.
Lacey, something's wrong. What is it?
He asked me to go to San Francisco with him.
Oh, don't tell me you're gonna go.
Certainly not.
Hey!
Well, my plans changed, so I decided to come up here and find out how you two were doing. Did you find Delaney?
Well, if you mean the Reverend, we found him all right.
Pardon me?
He took the cloth. Actually, he stole it.
Did you hear? Old Soldier died.
Huh? What? When did he die?
Just this morning. Not 2 hours ago.
Lacey? What's wrong?
I'm having an attack of Delaney.
Sinners. Oh, you heard the news, did you? He's gone, all right. But I'm afraid you're a little early for your cut. They won't read the will until after the funeral tomorrow.
I always liked summer in San Francisco.
You realize you're making a terrible mistake, don't you?
Delaney, will you just shut up?
Lucas Soldier certainly must have been a prince of a human being.
What in hell? Get you old buzzard!
Are you sure about going with him?
If I go, I'm crazy. If I don't go, I'm miserable. I'd rather be crazy.
Now watch your step, Mrs. Soldier.
Widow. Poor old lady. She's probably the only one in town who really cares. I think I'll go back to the hotel. I've got some more packing to do.
Oh, why don't you go with her? I'll be along in a minute. Excuse me, Mrs. Soldier. You don't know me, but I was a friend of your husband's. May I offer my condolences? Lacey, I just bumped into Delaney Burke.
Oh?
Yes, he said he'd like to see you. He's at Mr. Soldier's house.
Oh, Andrews, would you be so kind and bring down Mrs. Soldier's luggage? Bless you.
Reverend, I want to thank you for everything you've done.
It was nothing.
And as a reward, I'm gonna kiss you a lot.
Yes, madam. What can I do for you?
Need some company?
We cracked the code, Liz. It's going to happen in Cheyenne.
And after Durango, we were able to break the code. We learned that he's going to make his attempt in Cheyenne. And we have his contact.
Who is Sean?
I don't know. He's a phantom. He's Irish by birth, but he might be going by any name or under any disguise. And he had the reputation for being the deadliest assassin in Europe before the association brought him to this country.
But who did they hire him to kill?
You'll know soon enough if he's not stopped.
If he is such a phantom, then how do you expect to find him without Megan to help you?
That's where I need some help from both of you.
To help you stop a murderer? Liz, has it occurred to you that we're women? I mean, that sort of thing is generally man's work.
Lacey, you have a very conventional attitude, you know that? Now, for the contact, we have an address in Cheyenne. 149 Cypress.
Maybe you didn't get the correct address.
There's no mistake. And there's a strange kind of logic to it. It's the last place anyone would think of.
But how would he get any message there?
Well, Sean wouldn't show himself, that's for sure.
But he might use Megan.
Megan Malloy, tall woman on the dark side. What business would you have with this office?
That's the problem, I'm not sure.
Annabelle, you put that racket down. Well, I guess I can't help you then. But I'll tell you what. You let me know where you're staying. And if I see her, I'll let you know.
That's all right. It wasn't important.
Well?
I think the sheriff is involved.
How do you know?
I don't know. I just feel it.
Well, what can we do?
Well, if he is, he won't be long in getting word to Megan that I was asking for her. Wait. That child. Shiloh, you follow the sheriff.
Another one of your feelings?
The good book says, and a child shall lead them. Lacey, come with me.
Well, what do you know?
That's where Sean is. It must be.
Driver, that bottle you've been nipping on. If you pass it back here, it's worth $5. Well, does it look like I've joined the ranks of the proletariat?
Toby, what are you going to do?
I'm going to send you back to your hotel in a warm room.
You're going to kill him, aren't you?
Liz, you've done a magnificent job for us. But now your part of it's over. We'll be together tomorrow.
Toby, please be careful.
Take her to the Marquette house.
You there! Is there a room to let in this rat hole of a place?
Yes, sir, there surely is. I have a room upstairs. Would you, just mind signing this register, please, sir? Right this way, sir. House rules forbid drinking in the room, sir. I couldn't help but get a whiff of it.
House rules? They do they?
Yes, sir. Have been for the 15 years I've been working here.
Driver, turn around, please. I want to go back.
Here we are, sir. All right, sir. Now, I guess maybe you'd like some light in here. Oh! Another step and you'd have been a dead man, my friend.
I have no doubt about it. Sean, you surprised me. You were not that difficult to find.
You shouldn't be surprised. I expected Megan to be followed. I was hoping it'd be you. How did you spot me?
You overdid it. Any blind man clerking the same hotel for 15 years would hardly have to feel for the door numbers.
Sean!
Thank you, driver. Oh, no.
I've been looking forward to this, Mrs. Summers.
Scott. I promise you, Megan. I promise you.
Not the president. The president, hurry.
Lieutenant?
Captain, I must speak with my uncle.
He's inside. Come with me.
Liz, my dear. But what are you doing here? I thought...
It's all gone wrong, Uncle Mark. He's still alive.
Sean. Who are your friends?
This is Ann Lace and Shiloh Scott. My uncle, Mark Hanna.
Ladies?
He's chairman of the Republican Party.
Would you ladies excuse us a moment? But surely now that he knows we're onto him, he can't still be planning an attempt.
I don't know, Uncle Mark. All I know is he killed Toby. I don't know.
Killed Toby? Oh, my God. You're right. We can't take a chance he's been scared off. I must talk to the president.
Colonel?
The president informed me that he's not inclined to let some maniac scare him into hiding under the bed.
Uncle Mark, he's no maniac.
And the president further suggests that if this fellow is loose, we bag him before he does any damage.
But how are we going to stop Sean?
My dear, I wish I knew.
You men of the West, you men preeminently American. You men and women who have illustrated by your lives exactly those qualities which we are proudest to consider so typical of our country, I greet you. By far, and I repeat, by far, the most important action of my administration has related to the Panama Canal. And here again,
Liz, we don't even know who we're looking for.
Anyone who fits the description I gave you. We don't have time to be choosy. And we better separate.
of my having acted in an unconstitutional manner. Also, there has been, at the different stages of this affair, a denouncement of me for having usurped authority. This denouncement has come from those do-nothings who believe in a do-nothing policy. Now, I assure you that I have no intention whatsoever of letting those bandits in Bogota stand in the way of one of the great future highways of our civilization. And the engineering accomplishment of this century. The Panama Canal is ours and will remain ours forever.
Thank you, Colonel.
Shiloh, stay with the president's carriage.
All right.
Sean? How did you know?
The disguise. They couldn't have been twins.
If he was willing to risk trying to kill me, then he must have already done what he came for.
What are you talking about?
It's a bomb. It must be. We've got to stop the president!
Mr. President, this is my niece. What's the matter, Liz?
Mr. President, we think there's a bomb aboard your carriage.
A bomb, eh? Well, then, I suppose we should have a look. Everybody out.
Mr. President, please.
What do we have here? Well, my dear woman, this is the only item I could find that even remotely resembles a bomb.
Mr. President, for God's sake.
But if that is what you think it is, I suggest that you dispose of it.
How?
Oh, well, why don't you just drop it off that bridge yonder?
Hurry. Wait for me.
Ladies, I'll see these aboard.
Well? I am going to miss you, too. Les, please thank the president again for the pardon.
Lacey, come with us to Washington. Please.
I can't. Lily and I have an agreement. She gets everything east of the Mississippi, and I get the rest.
Are you sure?
Liz, you have family back there, and Captain Merritt seems very interested in Shiloh.
All aboard.
I'd just be hanging.
We'd better hurry.
Lacey, I can't begin to thank you enough for everything. Really.
Hurry. Go on. I'll be fine.
Believe me, with my connections in Washington, we'll stay busy.